Welcome back to the Conrad Blacksmithing channel. Today we are making a Puget Sound. Big old wide double bit. They use it to chop down redwoods, all kinds of big firs on the west coast. So stay tuned to see this big boy made. First heat on this thing. We're just shooting for length on this. These Puget Sounds are only about 3 inches tall, but 13 to 15 inches long. Always try and keep your corners square. Just makes life easier later on. Okay, gonna keep it hot. Straight to the drawing dies. Need to get work done on this thing. I'm not waiting for the flat dies this time. These just have to be so dang long that flat dies just don't get her done. As you can see, getting a lot done. We're gonna have this billet made in a couple heats. You do have to watch for consistency on thickness using these dies though. Back to the flat dies. And we are back on the flat dies. Getting work done with these things. I like making these custom axes because the billet size does not really matter. You can see this is definitely going to be a Puget Sound because the billet's already too long for me to forge. So we'll just forge it on this side. It's also too long that way. Jeez. This is a point in forging efficiency. If you're not getting as much work done as you want, reduce the surface area of contact so you can forge quicker. If you're spreading material out with a hammer, don't use a round face, use a cross beam. I'm pretty happy with that. On to the punching. We are on to punching. And I want to talk a little bit about these dies for a little while. Coal Iron Works recently sent these to me to test out. This is their new punch stripper die. This is an older version of their bottom die. They first came with this top plate with just a circular hole in it that was not big enough for my punches because they're long axe punches. So I just had someone plasma cut this out. And they also came with these nuts on top holding the stripper plate down. It's good, it's worked. Obviously I've punched probably 500 axes with this, but I like these a lot better. So some of the improvements they've made is these screws right here hold them down instead, so that I can get this punch all the way down to the bottom now instead of hitting those nuts. Also, they've made this cutout right here all ready to fit axe eye punches, which is very nice. This is a double bit punch, which is even longer than a regular axe eye, and it fits just fine. So that's very nice. Also, they've kind of changed up their fastening system on these dies. Lane, if you'll come over here and check this out. Now they have this kind of like a bore drill, countersink drill, instead of, let's see, instead of just like this little notch that they used to do. I don't like that, but I like this a lot. It's very nice. It holds it perfectly center, very tight. I haven't had it move at all, and if you can imagine, this thing is holding steel down while this punch is getting yanked back out of it, so it's under a lot of pressure. So good on Coal Iron Works for taking advice from their customers. great company. I highly recommend their stuff. I'm not sponsored by them, but they did send this to me to test out for them, and I'm going to be beating the crap out of it like I always do, and I'm going to be giving them feedback on things to improve. But yeah, let's punch this axe.
Bottom side right after I just give this a little touch up here. On double bits, I like to go pretty far down to the bottom. Makes it easier on the other side. One side's holding on a little bit more than the other. Sometimes these double bits will give you that struggle. Gotta give her a little more persuasion. Give her a tap to get out. There we go. There. There's our eye. Looking pretty good. Moving on to drift. Hopefully this one's not as hard as the battle axe. First drift heat. That was a great heat, got a lot of work done. Whoa, something done shot me. All right, now we'll go through the other side. Drift and heat number 2. These Pugets have got to be one of my favorite axes in the world. Nothing like swinging around a claymore on a stick. Back in the 5. Okay, we're done drifting for now. I'm gonna shape this bit a little bit. These Pugets don't have much sweep to them. They're just kind of straight and long. Now I'm going to stick it halfway in. When you're forging, you want to kind of slow down and watch what the steel's doing, because if it's doing something you don't want it to do and you don't notice it, it's really hard to go back and rewind. Okay, this is one thing that it's important to keep the ends of your billet square when you're making it. You can see this side is drawn out more. That's just because I wasn't able to actually square up the billet on the flat dies when I was making it because it was too long. So keep your billets square. It'll make your life easier in the end. Okay, working on the other bit here. Try and get this done in 2 heats as well. Now we're just looking for symmetry. Symmetrical. See some scale coming off, so we'll get that off. I'm just taking light controlled presses here. Trying to get a good surface finish on these drawing dies. Just like usual. It's gonna look ugly until it looks pretty. Let me get the tape measure here. Okay, we're at 13.
some spreading to go. So put it back in the fire, keep making it long. Taking very light passes. Don't want to make it too thin. Only need about a quarter, maybe a half inch. Do some grinding, see where it's at. I got the length I want, it's a little bit over 14 inches. The eye is my small drift, so we need to bring that up to the big drift. Do a lot of hand hammering, smooth it out, and then this thing will be done. These Pugists are actually not that bad to forge, thankfully, because that battle axe really wore me out. All right, folks, we are straightened out. Now I'm just kind of touching up the edge a little bit, making sure it's perfect. On these Puget Sounds, you gotta really pay attention to any curvature. You don't want any curve at all. It's terrible. I've bought a few old Pugets that are just like a banana, and it's very annoying to hang, so I make sure these things are straight as an arrow. This is why I do a very rich fire at the end of my forging, because all of this scale just kind of slides off. Very nice. Super thin scale, easy to get off. So if you're wondering why I didn't do the big stamp like normal, on these double bits, sometimes when I do the big stamp, it'll unstraighten the axe. And I don't want to deal with that, so I did the small stamp, and a lot of people prefer the small stamp, so. Okay, into the kiln we go. See if this thing is not too long. Oh boy, that was very close. I don't know if I touch one of the coils in there with the head, if I'll get electrocuted, because it says not to do that. And that thing is about a quarter inch away, so we'll see if I get electrocuted. One tip when you're quenching, just swish it around in there. Because what'll happen if you don't, if you just let it sit in there, is it'll get a little air pocket around it, a little bubble that forms around it, and it won't cool down as fast. It will not be as hard, so do that. On this guy, I'm gonna take him out a little early, and we're gonna stick him outside so the oil can burn off. These Pugets always have super long handles, but my boxes are 36 inches long, so that is our limit today. If you're a local customer, I'll make you as long of a handle as you want. You come pick it up. Okay, there's 36. I don't know why, it's just so soothing to trace handles. Just nice, like a Bob Ross with soft handles. Happy animal. This Purple Heart has given me some issues with forge straightness, so I'm gonna have to do a little extra draw knifing on this guy. Good little tip on this hardwood: if you're draw knifing it, really angle that draw knife. It'll make it a lot easier to cut. And you can see my draw knife is not perfectly sharp. There's a chip in there. Yeah, she needs to sharpen. So this Purple Heart is so heavy, it's insane.
Compared to hickory, this is a good half a pound heavier on this handle. Ooh, boy. That was interesting. Good thing this is way too big for the eye. So on that, I'll just do that. And that is totally okay because this thing is super, super thick right now. I'm gonna have to take a lot of material off to get that eye to seat. Right, we got the bevel's ground on this thing. If you wonder why we're standing by the kiln, it's because we're gonna temper this after grinding the bevels, so these get a nice temper color on them. Turn a golden straw, they'll be nice, happy little bevels. Oh, but first, we have to weigh it. 5 pounds, 1 ounce. Perfect. This is gonna be a 5-pounder, guys. 5-pounder, perfect. Ready to hang. Got the handle all ready to go. Kerf is cut, nice and centered. Just polished up the bits here. Did one sharp one micro dulled, so you can chop dirt if you want with it. Okay, let's find the right side here. Stick it in because it is directional. Give her the old tap and glue that kerf. Always glue your kerfs. And cut your kerf after oiling the handle so that you don't get oil in the kerf and then make the glue pointless. Okay, we'll see how this one goes in. Using some nice expensive exotic wood for the wedge here. I believe this is Bocote or one of those other Tays. Just tap it in nice. Let's give the handle a drive. Okay, feels solid. Okay, perfect. These double bits sometimes can be a pain to get straight, but this one, these Puget Sounds, I've kind of just figured them out. They are not too difficult anymore. But this is definitely the nicest one I've made. Fanciest, at least. You can hear that. Nice and solid. Just check again. It's looking even. Perfect. I don't want to go too hard on this wedge because I do know this wood will just, one of these edges will just break off, but I'll try and get it flush. Yeah.
she's bouncing. Okay, I'm stopping there because I know it's going to break if I keep going. But that's a very tight head right there. You can see that thing is spread. Thing is donezo. Absolute monster. Turned out 14¼ inches long. The second longest Puget I've ever made. 35-inch Purple Heart handle. Very beautiful. Has some curl to it, as you can see right there. Just my CB stamp on this guy. Just nice and classy. We held off on a weight stamp so I could get an accurate weight reading on this one. It ended up 5 pounds like I guessed, but you know what? We were safe and I'm not sorry. So we did some tempered bevels on this one and they look super nice. I think you guys will agree. Very happy with this build. This is the custom of the week. It'll be listed on my website today at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you want to order a Puget Sound like this and you're local, I will make whatever size you want. Whatever size. I'm really limited on shipping with these guys because my boxes aren't big enough. I'm already gonna have to have this thing like hanging out with another box built onto it. But if you're local and you want to order an axe, let me know, because I'll make it as big as you want. We can do a 16-incher with a 4-foot handle. So let me know, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great weekend. See you later.